On a cold and quiet Christmas Eve, when most homes are glowing with lights and laughter, a wealthy single father finds himself driving home late after finishing last-minute preparations for his child. The streets are nearly empty, the air heavy, with winter chill, and the festive mood feels distant from the silence outside. As he stops near a corner store, something unusual catches his attention. A homeless woman carefully digging through a trash bin, not in desperation alone, but with a strange sense of focus and urgency. Her worn clothes and trembling hands tell a story of hardship, yet her dignity stands out. At first he watches from a distance, conflicted and unsure whether to approach. Many people had likely passed her by all evening, too busy with their own celebrations to notice. But something about the moment, the contrast between holiday abundance and visible need, moves him deeply. He steps closer and gently speaks to her, expecting a simple request for money or food. Instead, he discovers she is searching for something very specific, tied to a personal memory and a lost connection from her past. The encounter instantly shifts from casual charity to a deeply human exchange. The father begins to see beyond her situation, recognizing resilience, emotion, and untold history. What starts as a random roadside moment becomes emotionally charged, breaking the invisible wall between privilege and poverty. In that brief interaction, surrounded by the spirit of Christmas, compassion replaces hesitation, and a simple decision to stop and care opens the door to a moment neither of them will ever forget. The father expects a simple answer when he gently asks the woman what she is looking for, perhaps food, bottles, or something she can sell. Instead, she looks up at him with tired but steady eyes and says something he never anticipated. Her voice is soft, yet filled with quiet strength. She explains that she isn't searching for leftovers for herself, but for something she can take to another homeless man nearby who is older and too weak to walk. She adds that no one should feel forgotten on Christmas, not even people like us. Those words land with unexpected weight. He had approached her thinking he was about to help a stranger in need, but suddenly he realizes she is already helping someone else despite having almost nothing. Her statement breaks his assumptions about poverty and worth. In a season where generosity is often measured by how much people give, she demonstrates that true kindness is measured by intention and sacrifice. She continues, saying that hardship didn't take away her ability to care, it only made it more important. She tells him that when you lose everything, compassion becomes the one possession no one can steal. The simplicity and honesty of her message shake him emotionally. He begins to reflect on how often people with abundance overlook others, while those with nothing still find ways to give. In that moment, his view of struggle and humanity transforms. He no longer sees just a homeless woman. He sees courage, empathy, and moral wealth. Her unexpected words become the turning point, reminding him that dignity and kindness are not tied to status, but to the heart. The brief encounter on that chilly Christmas Eve quickly grows into something far more meaningful than either of them could have imagined. The millionaire single father, deeply moved by the woman's words and her selfless actions, feels a shift within himself, a mix of humility, empathy, and an urgent desire to make a tangible difference. What began as a simple act of curiosity or concern becomes a catalyst for compassion, showing him that true generosity extends beyond money. It is about recognizing the humanity in every individual, regardless of their circumstances. He decides to take immediate action. He offers her warmth, food, and a safe place for the night, but also listens carefully to her story, learning about the struggles she has endured, the loved ones she has lost, and the small acts of kindness that have kept her going. Inspired by her resilience, he realizes that his wealth can do more than provide temporary relief. It can create lasting impact. He arranges support not only for her, but for others in similar situations, leveraging his resources to provide shelter, employment opportunities, and dignity to people society often forgets. At the same time, the woman's life begins to change as well. For the first time in years, she feels seen and valued. Her trust in humanity is restored, and she begins to imagine a future beyond mere survival. The father's generosity gives her hope, and she gains the strength to rebuild her life, reconnect with loved ones, and even inspire others in her community to help those in need. What started as a fleeting, unplanned encounter becomes a story of transformation, proving that even a single moment of attention, empathy, and understanding can ripple outward, creating profound change. Both their lives are forever altered, one by renewed purpose and generosity, the other by hope, opportunity, and the reminder that kindness can arrive in the most unexpected ways.